do a sound check real quick. Let me see if I can hear you.
Oh, yeah. Are we doing cans?
You're going to need them. Otherwise, you're not going to hear anything.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's funnier.
Like, you're going to ask.
Tell him. If, what'd he say?
Oh, God. You know, most interviews that we do, like, you're just, like, in the corner. Like, you forget it's a show, and you're like, that's really interesting. You just, like...
Yeah, I'm a listener instead of a fucking...
Who was the guy? I'm a lover, not a fighter. Who was the guy that was on... it was the author of The Grand Game.
I didn't say shit.
Tim Aarons, because you were, like, reading the book.
Yeah.
You're like, this is good.
I'm reading the whole book. Not the whole book, but yeah, I was reading the back of it, and then I forgot to say anything. That's why we work well. You do all the talk, and I'll just derail everything else.
Yeah, it's fun. Although I really believe that, like, your goal every episode is to piss me off.
I've figured out ways. I think I nailed down at least 3 that will get you going.
Everybody like Steven's new buzz cut? You like that? Little
Chester Bennington?
It's too soon.
Oh.
It's too soon. Dude, they put a new single out a few months ago, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
It's
like,
pretty good.
I'm just glad, like, it's just unreleased tracks. They didn't chat GPT his ass. You know what I mean?
They're just going to do AI. They're starting to do AI vocals on, like, music and shit. Like, getting Squidward or SpongeBob doing, like, a 9 Inch Nails cover or something with their vocals. It works, but it's just like...
SpongeBob saying, I hurt myself today.
I hate it so much. Like, it's like the guy who created auto-tunes. I forgot his name, Wayne Brady or something.
Wayne Brady created auto-tune? Just Wayne Brady and T-Pain hanging out, MTV days?
T-Pain, yeah. Like, he ruined vocals for, like, I don't know, everyone.
You think so?
I think he kind of ruined the whole game by doing...
well, T-Pain overdid it. Like,
yeah,
I think a lot of artists use...
auto-tune, and it's just like, it ruined everything.
Yeah, a lot of people...
Because now it's like, is that their voice? You question
everything. It's not their voice.
And then when an AI is coming out now, it's like, did they write that? Like the game I'm playing, Gray Hill Incident, I swear that dialogue is all AI.
That dialogue is atrocious.
Garbage.
But the atmosphere's dope, though.
Everything about the game is great, good.
It's an indie... you downgrade everything.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, graphics suck.
Okay, it's getting a lot...
Suck.
The graphics aren't that bad. The game's getting a lot of shit.
Yeah,
but it's an indie game, small studio, and, like, yes, the dialogue is atrocious. I think it's downright hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
But, dude, you're in the movie Signs the whole time.
It is scary, so it does its job, and that's what I wanted. Is it worth the $30? Yeah, sure. I've screamed so much during this game, more than any game.
But the thing is, you get a AAA game, you're paying $80 fucking for it.
Yeah, for like a 15-minute campaign, and then a raging session online.
Raging session
sucks.
I love every, like, horror or action horror where, like, you're just, like, outnumbered and fucked the whole time. In the last 30 minutes of gameplay, you get the bazooka and the Gatling gun or some shit.
And you always know when it's the end because you walk into
because it's the worst boss.
Like 3 RPGs, wow. All the herbs,
ammo all around.
Stuff.
You're in a circular cylinder.
Smoke a joint, sick, and then, like, you walk in.
Smoke a joint. There's a bunch of ammo in the joint.
Ammo.
It's already lit.
Blow up dolls. Just everything.
No, don't
you're
need
just
to blow
gonna
up dolls.
End your life with.
Stop.
And then you walk in knowing you're gonna die.
This is going off topic.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's weird. Like, in Resident Evil when you're coming up to a boss, because there's breakable crates everywhere. There's the merchant. Everything you need.
I wish I could break a crate
prepare.
in Resi, like just pull out a buck knife and go.
I know, like,
crate.
And I need a Snickers bar. Boom, bookcase destroyed. Large Snicker bar.
So the RE engine is amazing, except every time there's something that shouldn't be big, it's astronomical. Like, remember the baby from RE8? Like,
yeah,
Rose
it's, like,
is
bigger than you. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I look down, I was like, God damn it! Fucking the wine bottles are just the size of a human.
The baby's the size of that fat bitch from, like.
What are you gonna say?
Dawn of the Dead in the mall that's, like, screaming on the bed. Or no.
Oh, my.
Well, that too. And also
not
Blaze.
that big. Oh, the monster in Blaze.
That's how big the baby is.
Well, that's what Frost says.
Yeah, I forget that name. But yeah, that's how big the baby is.
Blade is so dope. It's so... underrated.
I know, and I don't want the MCU to introduce a new Blade.
I'm afraid.
Keep it separate from the MCU.
I'm afraid.
Stupid.
Fuck the MCU.
I hate it.
Calm it down. I'm hoping DC gets some love now. The guns.
I hope the writer's strike is just like, you know what? Let's just not write for Marvel. Let's just.
Well, if you do that, you got to also say fuck Disney,
artists,
right?
Yeah. True.
I heard that Disney's selling Star Wars back to Lucas. Like, sorry, we ruined this real bad. Do you just want to? Do you want to?
Or whatever they're called. What do they call them? Take backsies? I don't know what they're called.
On the playground, maybe.
I forget what it was called. But yeah, that's stupid. I mean, that's probably a better. Disney did do Star Wars very well. Yes. Did they do the films very well? No. 1 out of 4. I think they did Rogue One. I'm pretty sure they did Rogue One.
But their games are
the
dope.
new trilogy, garbage.
Yeah, it's trash, dumpster. Ruined Darth Vader,
ruined
dude.
Everything.
But the Jedi games are awesome.
Oh yeah,
Fallen Order.
The newest Jedi Survivor is pretty tight.
I haven't checked out Survivor, but the end of the first Jedi, with the Fallen Order or whatever it's called,
Jedi Fallen Order.
The end of it was
was insane.
Vader out of nowhere,
yeah,
being a bat, not even trying.
I wish they would remake the Starkiller story, which was like.
I feel like that could have been a cool story.
What is it? Force Awakens, Force Unleashed, Force Awakens was the 4th or like 7th movie. Force Unleashed. I'm gonna say that.
You're just gonna keep working it.
I'm just gonna keep going until someone rings in or something. Out of it. Just call in with an answer later, though. Next episode.
We're just taking. Next time a telemarketer calls me.
So I don't know.
It'd be so fun to do a live show.
Yeah. Yes, it would. Because I don't have to edit it.
You lazy.
Actually, I would. I'd still fucking edit it.
You would pull it and then do an edited version of it?
Yeah.
Well, because we make a trailer for every episode, so I guess
I would do a live version or live recording, and then I would just dub my voice and upload it.
Like a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah, if we do a foreign film, we're just gonna speak, and then we're just gonna dub our voices over it.
I'm down. Let's do that now.
That sounds cool. And we'll have subtitles at the bottom.
I love watching
whatever language the foreign movies is. That's the subtitles are for the foreign film, but we're speaking English. That's dubbed.
I love the dubs of like pro athletes. You ever seen those clips?
Oh,
they're
yeah,
so funny.
I forget.
Tom Brady says the dumbest shit. I don't know, but it's amazing.
Yeah, it's like the auto-tune the news guys. They do that, which is classic. 10 or 15 years ago.
10 or 15 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, they're still going. Bad lip reading.
Bad lip reading, yeah.
That's what it is. I don't know if it's those guys, actually. It might be. Whatever.
Who knows how much of this is actually going to make it into the goddamn show?
I honestly forgot you were recording.
No, I do that on purpose. I try to loosen you up because otherwise you're just stiff as shit for 10 minutes. I got to loosen you up. I got to massage you.
You know what I turned on my computer the other day and Workaholics is playing, and I forgot how unfunny that show can be.
I want to love that show so much.
I really liked the first 2 seasons.
It's just, I don't know.
But then it was like an older episode that was on randomly, and I was like, should have just stopped.
Sometimes revisiting your favorite media is like meeting your heroes. You know what I mean?
Like Always Sunny in Philly. I've always loved and still will the first 3 seasons. Everything after that, yeah, there's something funny sometimes, but it's just like they got too stupid. Like they're just way too over.
Too fast.
Their characters are
too
just
furious.
So. Yeah. Yes.
Should we start the show?
Yeah.
Give me
3,
the fucking count.
2, 1.
all killers. Welcome all you kings, scream queens, and everything in between. This is the Kings of Kill podcast. My name is Zach.
I'm Steve.
Together, we are the self-proclaimed Kings of Kill. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't even finish. Let me
Don't
say
even
my name.
start.
I said the
Say my name. Say my name. You're just.
I wish I knew the rest of the lyrics because I'm singing them. I'm humming it in my head, but out loud it would have been really funny. It would have been a good goof at the beginning of the episode. A good goof? Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
Oops, you're a vampire.
Yeah, not oops, you're a zombie, you dumbass.
I did it again.
Oops,
Yeah, in my notes I wrote, oops, I'm a vampire. Oops, I'm a zombie.
Idiot.
Shit.
And we have special guest on our show, Mr. Phil Messerer, writer, director, editor,
Everything.
Award winner. He did everything.
New Yorker.
He doesn't live in New York anymore.
He doesn't. He's not a New Yorker anymore.
God, cut to the. Stop talking.
Oh, someone's calling.
Hey, Phil, is that you?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. How can you hear me?
Hey, Zach, I can hear you just fine.
Awesome. I'm Zach. With me is Steven. That
Hey,
means
Steven.
say hi.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, sorry. I thought you were still talking.
Hey, good. You sound great on our end. Everything coming in clear?
Yeah.
Beautiful, Phil. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a good sport with all the short notice. Do us a huge favor real quick. Say hi to our killer fans. Introduce yourself.
Oh my, I'm live right now, or
we're not live. Don't worry about it. So you can curse, throw a shoe, anything you want. We're not live. This is a recording. We'll let you know. This
horror fans? What up, horror fans? How's it going? Love the show.
Hey, thanks, man. So, Phil, your last name is, am I pronouncing this right? Messerer?
Messerer, yeah.
Wow, I got a name right for the first time.
That's weird.
You should hear us try to get some of these actors and actresses' names. It's a shit show to say the least. Thank you so much for being on the cast. Doing a little research. Have a couple of questions for you. So we were just about ready to review your request. Thanks so much for requesting. Oops, you're a vampire. When I realized I reread your message and it said, "Hey, I'd like to be on." I'm like, "We're recording now," and you're like, "Yeah, let's do it." So thank you so much for joining us. You are a 20-year veteran editor. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's awesome.
I don't keep tabs, but yeah, I've been doing it for a while.
That's terrific. You're actually an award winner, not just an indie filmmaker, but you have an award for editing. You edited a documentary on a famous Korean figure skater.
Mm-hmm. Yona Kim, yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
wow. She got the gold medal, I believe, in 2010. First Korean figure skater to win a gold medal, or any kind of medal, I believe. She's like the biggest star ever in Korea.
Oh, damn.
I get flown out to Korea every once in a while to cut documentaries and stuff. It's pretty cool. They like my American style, they say.
Very, very cool.
Nice.
I like your American style. So we just watched Oops, You're a Vampire, and there are so many interesting angles and cuts. My eyes aren't bored for a single second on this movie.
There was some.
I was really impressed. I heard that you worked on that film for about 3-ish years. Was most of that all editing? It looks like there's a lot of work in the cutting room floor for that.
Well, I'm an editor by trade, so it took my time cutting it, but no, this is like a micro budget project, so it took me a long time to shoot the thing. We would shoot it every once in a while, every couple of months. It was kind of my film school. It was the first film I ever made, so I had a big learning curve. I started off, I thought I was going to shoot like half the film in the first week, and after 4 days, I had like one scene in the can, so I realized that I wasn't that kind of filmmaker, and this was going to take a while. And so yeah, if you watch the film, you can really see like my progress, my evolution as a filmmaker from like not knowing what the hell I was doing to kind of getting my groove. But yeah, it took a while, and the editing. I was editing it as I was shooting it, so it was just like this giant jigsaw puzzle that just kept piece here, piece there would fall into place, and then it would make a little more sense. But it was an interesting process, yeah.
Well, I
that
think
makes sense.
For a freshman attempt, that's great. And actually, as I was watching the film, at first I wasn't sure what direction it was going to go in. I was just like, is this going to go for like a B comedy thing? And it gets so serious and on point at certain times. Like it's amazing. So what would you do? You just save up money, collect as you could, and when you could afford to go more, you would keep shooting?
Yeah, I mean, I had a little bit of money to start off with. I had like an inheritance that I blew to making this movie. So yeah, I mean, you need a little bit of money to start off with, but yeah, I mean, I cut every corner imaginable, and nobody got paid. So yeah, this is the micro budget as it gets. All the special effects are like ingenuity, household stuff, and just a lot of blood, sweat, and tears from the cast and crew.
Literally blood.
Yeah. Crew was basically just me and a few actors. Most of the time, an actor was holding a boom mic or something.
I like that.
The running joke was everybody was equating me with what's his name? The dude from American Movie. Have you ever seen American Movie?
Yeah.
Making that movie Coven. Yeah, it was pretty much like that, you know. Only we ended up having a finished product in the end.
I think you did a great job, man. That's cool. We love indie creators. We need a lot more independent artists on the scene. I know it takes a lot of balls and a lot of heart to get something done or even get something started. So props to you for finishing this. This isn't your only project though. Underbelly Blues looks like Pulp Fiction on steroids. Is that what I'm getting the vibe on with that?
Yeah, I'm going to try and re-release that as well. It was released like 10 years ago. And it was, I got a bad deal. I got to tell you the truth, from the distributor. I never saw sense from it, and they didn't really put any effort into it. And so, you know, for an indie filmmaker, it's very important to get a good deal from a distributor. Like, I'm already seeing some residuals from Oops.
That's good.
Because all they're getting is like the first $2,000 or something. And then I start making some money, which is pretty cool. That's all they should be getting in terms of CNR budget. On Underbelly, there was like $50,000. There was like some movie never made $50,000 the way they fucking marketed it.
Right.
It's never going to. So yeah, I'm gonna re-release it. I think as 13 Bad Guys, and
okay.
I've already started putting it together. If you go to 13badguys.com, there's like an entire transmedia universe to that film as well. Where I shot more stuff for this like transmedia stuff than was in the film, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, we're gonna have I think that for independent filmmakers, the sky's the limit with how you market this stuff, and I want to like totally redefine, you know, independent film marketing. Go all out. You know, we have the luxury of working with actors whenever we want, really, especially with Hollywood. So, you know, create a lot of content for it. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely, we call it, the blog line is, more pulp, less fiction, or something like that.
I saw that. Yeah, I like it.
More fiction, less pulp. But yeah, it was actually produced by Quentin Tarantino's dad.
No way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's like an old man, but he kind of greenlit it and gave us his backing, and him and his son weren't all that close, but he actually went and got to see because Underbelly Blues was in the Hollywood Film Festival and was in the Hollywood Film Awards, and he got to see his son get the award for best screenplay for Django at the time.
Be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, he was so proud, and it was because of me, and I was very proud of that. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That's awesome. Hey, speaking of family, you've got artists in your family as well. Is it true that your father was a child actor and your aunt was a famous ballerina?
You guys did some research, huh?
He
Sorry,
did.
my wife was here with me.
Hey, what's up? Hi.
Hi, I just wanted to say I'm the one who helped to rename the movie.
I like it. Props to you. It's a good name. It's a good name.
I think it's a great name. Oops, You're a Vampire.
And I feel like it's so original that everybody will remember the name. No one's gonna remember. Oh, this sister got in a fight with this sister, and they just happened to be a vampire. We couldn't think of the name. I'm like, how about because she accidentally did a curse on her sister for acne? Why not have it? Oops, You're a Vampire. He loved it, and I'm like, yay.
Well, yeah,
That's awesome.
It fits for, some people think it's a little too silly, but like you said, it suddenly gets all serious. It's a hard film to define and to pigeonhole. So, I mean, I was going all over the place when I was shooting it. I didn't know, like, sometimes I was shooting this, sometimes I was shooting that. I was like, what movie am I shooting today? So, but it kind of, I think the roller coaster of emotion kind of works okay.
It actually did.
And,
yeah, you can see the progress for sure throughout the whole movie. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like
what was the question about my family? Yeah, my aunt, my family is famous ballet dynasty in Russia, and I left Russia when I was 7 years old, when I was a little kid, so I never really felt any of that. But yeah, they're like my aunt. Her name is Maya Pisetskaya, and in Moscow, there's a square named after her. And if you look it up, Maya Pisetskaya Square, she has like this 60-foot statue in the middle of the square of herself.
Damn.
As a dancer. So it's pretty cool. I've never actually been there and see the statue because they erected it a few years ago when she died. But yeah, it's pretty cool to have that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Where it came from.
And then, and then you grew up in New York, is that right?
Yeah.
And when you were growing up, were you thinking of not just editing as your trade, but creating like this? Because I think you've done music videos and you've done several films now. How was growing up in New York like?
I grew up as a first generation immigrant, so we grew up poor. My parents split up when I was a kid, and my mom, she was like a child psychologist, and so she was like on welfare growing up. So I grew up poor in a ghetto. So it wasn't the easiest upbringing, but our family was very close, and definitely the family in Oops is based on my family in the sense of in that very small unit, an immediate family. We never had any like aunts or uncles or cousins around, so we really felt that immediacy and that dynamic of me and my sister. I guess my sister is kind of a goody two shoes, and I was a little bad boy my whole life. So there's definitely there's definitely a lot of that in my life, and the mother is definitely based on my mom. I'd like to say a few words about the mother, if I could.
Oh, go for it.
The actress died a couple of years ago from a brain tumor. So this was like the one shot she got to really show off her stuff, and she's an incredible actress.
Yeah.
In general, the cast is amazing, but yeah, she is like the opposite of that character. If you ever met her in real life, she's the bubbliest, sweetest little thing. She's with all this energy. She's talking a mile a minute, and she really is a Bulgarian immigrant. And one of the rules on the set was to never correct her English. So that was like the most charming thing about her. But Randall Letty created the makeup. Did an amazing job. He would spend like 2 hours with her and then 3 hours with Devin Dion's Vampire before absolutely every shoot. And she would age basically 30 years. She was 32 at the time when we shot. No, she was 29 actually.
Oh wow! I would not have guessed that.
And she was 29, and the guy who plays her son, Michael Strelo, he was 32 at the time. So
what?
He was, yeah. So
That's
I mean,
incredible.
she would disappear into this little dark room for like an hour before every shoot. Quiet down, puppy. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you a little story. Yeah, my wife reminded me. So yeah, she would disappear into a little room and for like an hour and just emerge as this old lady. It was an incredible thing to witness. And she would, I gave her this limp, and she would just like become really slow, and the look in her face was always so stern and somber and sad. And oh my God, just the creation of that character blew my mind, and everybody blew my mind. The actress who played Helen, I never saw that from her in rehearsals, and then she brought it every time the camera just went on her. She was all the fucking, like, you really get a sense of that blood junkie,
That's some of the magic of just working with other artist, is just seeing something come alive. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, I was always impressed. I always got more than I expected. And that's a beautiful thing to work with actors. My favorite thing in the world is to create characters with actors. If an actor ever needs to speak to me on a set, I drop everything. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, I've made a few films now, a couple of films, but it's always very, very hard. I haven't succeeded. I'm not a wealthy man or anything, so it's always like I'm always busting my ass.
You are a wealthy man because you have me who loves you and the puppy.
That's true.
Anyway, she wanted me to tell you a story because little anecdote. We shot the thing in this. I was living in this little house, and in the basement was being rented out by somebody else, and then there was a fire in the house, and the landlord allowed me to destroy the basement because he was getting some fire insurance. He was going to rebuild everything. So I went down there and I covered the entire thing with blood and it was like Caro syrup, which is like really, really sticky stuff. And afterwards, just left it there. And I just, after we finished shooting after about a week, and apparently, the people who fixed it all up didn't wash it off. They just painted over it. And come the summertime, some new girl was living there. And she was like a really sweet, really religious girl. And it got really hot one day, and this fucking fake blood started seeping through the paint in the walls.
That's terrifying.
She thought the balls
She's
were
calling
bleeding.
for a goddamn exorcist or something.
A lot of Bloody Marys.
So yeah, she ran out of the house screaming. It was like it was a funny little story.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You said Stephen King once said, if you want to write what you know. You said this family was based on your family. What was so cool about this is how tight and close-knit this family was. They had their issues, they had their problems, but they're literally like, we're going to become a serial killer gang for you to keep you healthy, to feed the vampirism. And also, props to you for actually making some original vampire lore. Like, you made it so it's inherited. It's like a natural thing instead of, it's the bite curse and stuff.
That's a major spoiler right there, but
oh no!
What did I hear you?
But yeah, no, there's definitely. I don't know. I would tell you the truth. This movie was made a while back, like 15 years ago, and back then I had never really seen a good vampire film. And everybody's like, "Oh, you must really love vampires." I hated fucking vampire movies because they were all fucking lame as fuck.
I can't even think of one right now
that's really good.
So
yeah,
really good.
There's a bunch of great vampire stuff that's come out in the last 10 years. My favorite recently is Midnight Mass. And if you watch Midnight,
that was impressive. Yeah, fantastic piece of cinema.
I like Twilight.
Mike Flanagan. Yeah, Twilight sucks.
What? What did I just hear in the background?
Like Sparkly's pretty sexy men.
Please, quiet. Yep. My film must be anti-Twilight.
That's a marketing campaign.
No,
right there.
If you watch Midnight Mass, if you watch my film and then Midnight Mass, you'll notice like a little homage, I think, to my film at the very end. Check it out again.
Interesting.
And
okay.
you'll the last 10 minutes of the miniseries. There's just like it's almost uncanny. It's like if this wasn't intended, then major coincidence.
The second we get off the mics, we're turning our TV on. just check it out.
I could even send you I made a little comparison video of the two. I'll send it to you.
Oh, dude, sweet. Yeah. You sent us a link for your for Oops, You're a Vampire through YouTube. The link was a channel called Little Demon. Is there any affiliation with Little Demon?
Little Demon is my wife. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Little Demon? What a sweet ass name. Hell yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, she's a TikTok star.
That's awesome.
I have 74.9K followers on my account.
Holy shit.
Yeah, everywhere we go, little kids stop her and want selfies, and it's pretty cute.
Steven, we got to start dancing. We got to start dancing
I
now.
need to start dancing. I got to stretch my legs.
Yeah, she dances a lot.
I'm almost quicker than my husband when he dances. He's a really good dancer.
Oh,
He taught me everything I know.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Hey,
You watch this on YouTube? I
what?
watched it on Tubi.
yeah, he's on. Yeah,
I
Phil's on
watched it on
Tubi.
Tubi. I
He
didn't
just
even
sent me a
click on
link
your
and I clicked it out. I sent you the link.
I know, but
you son of a
I typed
bitch.
it on Google and then
This guy
it sent
over
me to
here.
Tubi, and I was like, oh, it's on Tubi?
I love
How do you
Tubi.
even get on Tubi?
How do you even get on?
It's free.
It's
I'll send you guys like a QR code poster that I made that I'm like putting everywhere. And I'm going all out right now. This is my one shot.
hell yeah.
To create a buck.
I like it.
I don't have an advertising budget or anything. So and it's a very small distribution company. So it's all up to me and trying to create like a little viral sensation out of it.
Hey,
and so
I feel you, man. Our
curious.
advertising budget is us.
One of the things I'm doing is just like, like hitting up all the Facebook groups, and like there's a few horror films coming out, so I'm like commenting in all of the trailers and
Yep.
and just throwing the QR code up there so anybody can check it out whenever they want. So it's free. It's free on Tubi and Amazon Prime Freebie. I was waiting for it to hit Freebie, and as soon as it did that, that's when I started hitting everybody up. So
I love it, man. I love the hustle. I respect it. You've got a nickname, Philly the Kid. How'd you get that moniker?
Well, that's a whole other story for another podcast. But
Did you do?
Kid is kind of my my alter ego, I guess.
Okay.
Or my kind of my stage name. It's it's all about branding these days. My inner child.
Yeah.
my wife. Yeah, I mean, Philly the Kid is it's a memorable name, I think, and it's up to everybody these days. So I don't know. Most filmmakers are kind of nerdy, I guess. I'm more like from the Sam Peckinpah, Rob Zombie class of filmmakers,
Yeah.
the rock and roll filmmakers.
Yeah.
So Philly the Kid kind of stuck. It's a moniker I got on the street, and I don't know. When you meet me, you'll see I'm a big kid.
All right.
I'm
Us
still
too, man.
trying to transition out of my 20s, and I'm almost 50.
It ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna happen. This is us, bro. This is what we do.
I'm trying to transition out because of my head age being 16 because I'm 26.
So, what else? Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for doing this. I mean, I love that you guys do the indie stuff because
Do it all.
everybody seems to do the big studio stuff, but that's not who really needs the help. So
Yeah, you know what?
the-
Hollywood's got enough cash. They've got enough backers. And honestly, I'm fucking bored to tears with them. We need some indie guys with some heart and some original ideas coming out there. I'm so glad you do what you do. Before you go, we got to ask you, do you have a favorite horror?
So have a what?
Do you have a favorite horror movie? I know it's tough. You can give us a
Favorite horror movie?
Yeah.
Oh, The Shining.
Oh,
my
hell
all-time
yeah.
favorite.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, it's I like a film with a story, and unfortunately, most horror films are very formula. It's almost like
Yes.
because you're a horror filmmaker, you feel like it's an excuse not to take care of everything else, And one of the, I guess, the hidden blessings of ultra low budget filmmaking is that you do have to rely on story and character rather than special effects. And so I like a good story, period. And the horror should be incidental, in my opinion. It shouldn't be like I'm making a horror film, then I figure out what the hell it's about. Make a film about something and then put some horror into it. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's
Exactly.
seems like everybody's got it backwards. But there's been some, great horror flicks. I'm a big fan of Martyrs.
Yeah.
yes.
Heavy, yeah.
Yes.
Film. Just the whole Saw enterprise. I love me a really good gritty horror film, and I love stuff that's realistic. My wife, she's a huge horror fan, but she likes monsters and supernatural stuff. I'm more into stuff that might happen to you on the way home from the theater. Stuff that's really, really real.
Yeah.
Did you
And
check your
kind
back
of the,
seat?
yeah, but that's, I saw the devil, stuff like that,
Jesus, yeah,
That's
dude.
my favorite. That's my
that really can't happen. That's a real scare to me. I don't know. And I kind of took that ethos to Fear of Empire, it's not the scariest film in the world, but it's, I tried to give it that I tried to take it out of the realm of the supernatural and make it more natural. Does that make any sense?
No, perfect sense. I think you were
It does
successful.
make sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You nailed that.
I think I love the career so far, man. I wish you all the best of luck. When you get set to re-release something or work on a new project, we'd love to have you back on. Before you go, thank you again so much for jumping on short notice. Do yourself a favor. Let the Killer fans know where they can find your work. Plug yourself. Go for it, man.
Yeah. It's on Prime and Tubi right now. You can always check out my work at sillyflix.com. ChILLYFLIX. It's a cool domain that I actually own. And yeah, I mean, there's going to be more stuff coming. Absolutely. I have a film in the can called American Hitman, which is I call it a two guys in a phone production because it's literally me and one actor, and it's like a mockumentary of found footage of me following a hitman around, a hitman who's like he's dying, he's got cancer, so he decides to tell all and show all. He doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah,
good idea.
Let's go. Yeah,
It's a good premise.
It's a cool little flick. It's very experimental, but like one thing I really want to stress with everything that I'm doing is that it's all DIY these days. Just roll up your sleeves and make it happen. There's no more excuses. There's no more middlemen. Just you can make a movie with your phone. All it takes is some talent and some fucking ambition. So yeah, I mean, everything that I've made and every movie that I've made right so far is something that anybody can do. Fuck Hollywood. You don't need Hollywood.
That's some killer advice from a killer
message.
creator, man. I appreciate that. Thanks again so much, Phil. We appreciate you. Thanks for being on,
All
man.
right, thanks, guys.
Keep creating,
Phil,
dude. Keep making more
too.
stuff. Hell yeah.
Stay wild, yeah.
Holy shit. Hey, thanks,
Bye,
guys. See ya. Phil's dope as fuck.
That was good. That was good. But I do want to know how you get on Tubi. How do you just get on Tubi or Amazon Prime?
How are we allowed to be on Spotify?
Googled.
The only place where you can see full episodes of our podcast for just 99 cents a month. Folks, head on over to Spotify, subscribe. You get 4 brand new episodes of the King's Kill podcast, full length, uncensored, only available on Spotify.
Yeah.
But how do you get on Tubi?
I don't know how you get on those. Like, so if I film something, do I just like call Tubi and talk to Bubba or whoever's in charge?
Is Bubba there?
Hey, Bubba, hey, let me on Tubi. But I want to know. That's interesting. Like an indie film like this, I was just like, I didn't expect it to be on Tubi.
So we're going to
What do you
contact
think?
Tubi and be like, hey, we don't have anything for you.
We
I'm
have
just
episodes
curious.
we could send you.
They don't want our shit.
Just bump Joe Bob's shit
No.
over to the side.
Hell no. Joe Bob's the legend, man. Come on.
No. That's cool though.
I love Tubi though. It's one of my favorite apps because like it's free.
Enough
totally
about
free.
Tubi. They don't sponsor us.
If you want to sponsor,
If you want to sponsor us, Tubi,
kingsgillpodcast@gmail.
we'll reach
Just
out to
saying.
you.
Is Bubba there?
Yeah.
Oh man. No, I love supporting indie creators. I think indie horror is really where it's at.
And that movie makes sense now.
I was so at first I was like, what's going on here? But it really worked on me. What would you rate it?
Oh fuck.
You're the rater. Come on. You guys got to check it out. It's free. You
Well,
can
now
watch
that I
it
know
on
the
Tubi.
story and everything, that makes sense. That's 1 star. Like I liked how he edited as he went, and you could see progression.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole movie.
You can see the growth.
Yeah.
It's 15 years old. This looks incredible.
Yeah. And I like, so that was 1 star, like the growth, like the
Okay.
fucking thing. I liked the cereal named Cuckoo Poop.
Yeah.
So that's 1 star.
Yeah. Cuckoo poop.
I want to try some, but
Can you just imagine like they're making a label like, look at it. No, we're gonna put it in the shot.
yeah, I did really like the face skin scene where the guy's face just gets skinned.
Yeah.
Leatherface style. And then that guy has it in a bowl like he's going to eat it, but he never does.
Dude.
But I'm like, I want to see him eat it. But he never does.
That brother becomes a psychopath.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that brother just switches out of nowhere. And then he picked up that boy, or that guy. He picked up that guy from the bar who escaped. And I wanted to see him die or get eaten, but, whatever. I didn't know when the movie was ending, really, because the narrator said, like, the narrator says, like, so it concludes our story.
At the last, I thought, I'm like, what, it's over?
May your nights be vampire free. And I was like, sick. Now I could watch something else or something. I was just like, cool, I guess the movie's over. And then the final scene happened, which was really good. I'm glad I stuck it through because I really thought that movie was over. But that's 1 star. It confused me. -1 star. I got confused.
Because you're an idiot?
Because I'm an idiot. That's -1. And I couldn't tell if this was a music video for a minute, but it has more like...
The opening montage?
More random songs than like a Now That's What I Call Music CD. I couldn't tell what genre some of the songs were, and some of them didn't fit with scenes, but then near the end they did, because now I know
the whole film worked out. The whole film worked out.
He figured out where to put the good songs.
I'm calling it a success, for sure.
And the final song, that ballad, whoever sang that or whatever, when spoilers,
we're ruining it.
Yeah, there's a song at the very end, and then it goes into the credits. I really actually like that song, and I need to know what song that was. But I didn't know.
Well, it's on the title card.
The rest of the music, I was like
music
confused.
up there. I love the title card where it basically says, "My name's Phil. I did fucking everything." It's like I shot it, I edited, I directed, I wrote it.
Actually, that's not a rating. I'm just gonna say the music was kind of weird. I thought at the beginning of this movie it was worse than Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Jesus Christ!
But toward the end, like halfway,
go home.
It actually picked up and got better.
It totally worked.
Because the font at the beginning, I was like, "Is this like Austin Powers?"
The font threw me off. That's why I thought I was going to go for a B movie comedy.
Yeah,
but it actually got really heavy.
But then it got crazy and all that stuff, and then I was like, "Jeepers Creepers Reborn still is the worst movie in our review."
What did we name that? We had a special rating for it.
It was like the cocksucker film of the year or something. But yeah, Jeepers Creepers Reborn remains the worst. So that's -1 because I had to say Jeepers Creepers Reborn. So I'm actually going to give this movie a 3 out of 5.
I like it. It
is really like, I don't know, it's really independent, and I don't know, I actually liked
I want to see
how
more
this guy
stuff.
made this movie.
Keep creating, man. I love it. I love it.
And
I love
the
it.
progression, because I like seeing that progression. And he edited it as it went. So that's exactly what I would do.
I call it a win,
but
man.
I don't, because I don't make movies. I'm going to go cry.
Let's go make a movie.
I don't got time right now.
Like, but I'm at a bubbly.
I got time right now.
Hey, Killers, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Remember, if you're watching this late in the game, you're on Spotify. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's just 99 cents a month. We love you. It is. Thanks. So insincere. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Special thanks to Phil and Little Demon for hanging out with us. Keep creating, man. You got to check out Phil's work. It's dope. My name's Zach.
I'm Steven.
And together we are the Kings of Kill. Why do you say that so stately, as if you're like running for president?
I don't know. I like the blood in this movie, though.
End this nightmare.
Yeah.